ITC is the president designate of CII for this year. Earlier, so he's from Bengal and from the eastern part of the country. Earlier, 2 years back, it was Mr. TV Narendran, managing director of Tata Steel. He's also spent a lot of time in Calcutta and West Bengal. So actually, West Bengal has given a lot of leaders to CII. I mentioned about some of these facts: 68 offices and 9,000 members from private and public sectors, including MNCs and SMEs. We have regional desks and 12 centers of excellence. What are the 12 centers of excellence? There is CII Institute of Logistics in Chennai, Institute of Quality in Bangalore. There is a CII ITC Center of Excellence for Sustainable Development in Delhi. There is one on competitiveness for the SMEs, which is the small and medium enterprises at Chandigarh. There is CII Nehruji Godrej Center of Manufacturing Excellence in Mumbai. Then Shorabji Godrej Center of Excellence in Hyderabad. There is Suresh Neotia Center of Excellence in Kolkata. Triveni Water Institute in Gurgaon. And CII FACE in New Delhi, which is basically agro, food processing. Then there is a Center of Excellence for Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Startups at Hyderabad. And there are two more which have been proposed and which will get finalized soon. So we'll let you know where it is once the final location is finalized by the center, CII Central Committee. That is the Center for Women Leadership and Center for Employment and Livelihood. So these are the 12 centers. So we have tried to pick up a vision for the state. Broad vision, what do we foresee and envision at CII is to catalyze sustainable economic growth and development of the state. So we must decide as a state what is it that we should be doing. Of course, the vision of it has to align with the vision of the state government, but our vision is to support the state government in achieving some of these objectives. And what are those objectives? Support the growth in industrial output and productivity. And how does CII help in that? Through training and workshops with academic institutes and centers of excellence. Facilitate training for the youth and act as a bridge with the employers. There is a lot of unemployed youth, and with the favorable demographics that India has and West Bengal has, it can turn into a disaster if we don't train them, if we don't make them employed. Improve the ease of doing business in West Bengal so that it can attract more investments. And of course, overall, strengthen the partnership amongst industry, academia and government for collective action. Yeah, next. I mentioned to you about the three themes. Next. And what are the focus sectors? Agriculture, manufacturing, infrastructure, tourism and hospitality, healthcare and logistics. So and what are the key initiatives for FY 24-25? Of course, we'll work closely with the government of Bengal and in consonance with their vision to foster growth and usher investments in these focus sectors. We'll facilitate deployment of sustainability principles amongst the industry players in the state. As I mentioned to you, BRSR is now compulsory for the top 1,000 listed companies on the BSE. So the companies who aspire to become listed, they need to understand, and who aspire to get funding. Today, sustainability has become so very important. Then, of course, help the industry, especially the MSMEs, to adopt digital and artificial intelligence. CII will also help extend the market facilitation services to the MSMEs so that they can explore new markets, especially in the agriculture and handicraft sector. Then CII will support the West Bengal government and to give a boost to the medical tourism sector. And lastly, CII proposes to bring the sectoral expertise, one of the COEs, Center of Excellence of Logistics, to support the growth potential of logistics sector in West Bengal. Logistics sector, the government of West Bengal is focusing a lot on that. So we are extending that support from our side, whatever little we can do. And work towards a decarbonization plan, which means, very simply put, how you and I can help by consuming less electricity, I think in fact consuming this, don't waste. So there are basic things for we as citizens to do. Then there are basic things for the industry to do. That do you have, let's say, efficient motors are you using, why are you not using, let's say, solar power? Okay, many of our companies, I know, we use solar power. Why? So that will help you decarbonize. Then there is the real threat of carbon trading. You know about the carbon border adjustment mechanism which the European Union has launched, and in 2026 they will start putting penalty on carbon emissions for exports from the rest of the world, including India. And from West Bengal, there is a lot of export which goes, including to the US and Europe. Now, for those sectors which include steel, companies which export will get penalized, and they might not be aware that they will suddenly, when the penalty comes in. So there is a need to communicate and educate them and to prepare them for that. So it's a very, very important subject, but obviously it's not going to happen suddenly, it will take time. It resides in the council members themselves. So there is a committee, panel which we have formed on and define. What I am telling you is a very outline. The panel will go into the details of West Bengal to understand these are the issues and how to solve them. Because even within the country, tomorrow carbon trading might start. So if you are not even aware, how will you prepare? So it will be more to educate, communicate, and help them, support them through our Center of Excellence and through academic institutions. Yeah, so also the ESG preparedness of our MSMEs, we want to also work on that, on a study to how prepared are they. So that the panel will work on that. So those are the details of that.
Sir, I have, taken a question that there, due to some political governance issue, means policy mismatch between state and central, often investment and industrialization is getting a setback here. So being a CIA's West Bengal chapter, one of the top industrial body of the country, so are you planning to do any kind of liaison role to mitigate this situation so that more industries overcome that dilemma between state and central? This one. And my another question, at the total national level, many countries like Singapore, they are also planning for a AI policy, because AI is going to give us huge advantage. At the same time, it also can threat countries like India, especially where there is a huge number of workforce. So unemployment is an issue. So as being the top body, industry body, is CIA planning or advising central government to go for any kind of AI policy, framing an AI policy so that greater interest of the population will be safeguarded?
So as far as the first question is concerned, see, there is any political thing between center and state, we really don't get involved because we are supporting the state government. In Bengal, whether it's Bihar, whether it's Chhattisgarh, everywhere. So we work closely with the state government, and we don't get involved in that. So we will obviously, I will not be able to answer that question. So, but CIA as a whole, we are working for the country, and we are basically advising, supporting the government in forming the right policies, supporting the industry, working towards collaboration between the industry and academia. That's the whole work of CIA. So we are in a more supportive role. That was the first question. Second, on AI is a very difficult question, but it's something which is going to threaten us all. And I mentioned to you in a little while back also, CII, the panel that we have formed, will be in its role in Bengal, will certainly try to work out, how the implications of artificial intelligence and how we can support in whatever way, and also through our policy advocacy. But CIA at the national level is aware of this issue, and there is lots of work happening at a lot of places. So it may be a little premature on my part to tell you specifically on this, because this is a very burning issue, and people are aware of it and dealing with it. Okay, so at the center level, because this is a policy which has to be done at the center. So we at state level, we only provide our suggestions, and at the center level they do it. So it will be best for CII National President Mr. Sanjeev Puri or his colleagues to answer in the national council.